When Land Rover introduced the new generation of its most iconic model, we were astonished by what British engineers accomplished. The gap between off-road and on-road performance never seemed narrower, with the new Defender's ability to adapt to pretty much any driving condition and nail off-road abilities and comfort at the same time. Like that wasn't enough, the British company decided to bring something even more impressive, a model that elevates off-road performance to the next level with its engine, suspension, and visual upgrades, but features even nicer on-road manners as well. Behold, the new 2025 Land Rover Defender OCTA, the ultimate off-road SUV. Before we start, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on the latest car reviews and industry news. If you wonder where the OCTA comes from, it's short of the octahedron, which would be the most common shape of cut diamond. It's pretty much the thing you see on the most expensive engagement rings, and in the Defender's case, it represents the pinnacle of engineering, the greatest achievement so far. Therefore, one of the first things you'll notice on this Defender is a new badge that, instead of an 8-pointed layout, as the OCTA name would suggest, just has 4. According to the officials, because it's visually easier to read and more recognizable, a practical reason we'd say. After all, most customers probably won't be interested in these things. It's rather what the new Defender is capable of, and in the next few moments, you'll find out that there are so many things going on. Standard Defender models are already impressive in terms of versatility, able to blend on-road comfort and off-road capabilities like no other SUV around. But the new Defender OCTA raises this to a completely new level. Of course, the first thing you'll notice is a couple of visual details, such as upgraded bumpers and new fender flares around new 20-inch wheels. But once you take a closer look, you'll notice that those fancy wheels hide a set of 15.7-inch Brembo brakes. Take another look, and you'll see that it comes with custom-made tires, 2 sets of them to be more precise, depending on if you prioritize comfort or ruggedness. Once you realize that, it's time for detailed observation, and this leads us to the fact that tires feature 33 inches in diameter, which is, according to the manufacturer, the ideal size that doesn't compromise steering feel and overall driving experience like the bigger 35-inch units do. Compared to the standard Defender, this one sits 1.1 inches higher from the ground, and to ensure a seamless on-road driving experience, the company also changed geometry and added new upper control arms, tension links, lateral links, and knuckles. Altogether, they bring the Defender's off-road potential to the next level, with magnificent 42 and 43-degree approach and departure angles, respectively. Then we come to one of the most important upgrades, the 6D hydraulic suspension system that now features tri-valve shocks. While the first 2 valves take care of familiar functions, such as compression control and rebound damping, the third one disconnects its damper from the other 3, being practically a hydraulic variant of disconnecting anti-roll bars. If you wonder what the key benefits of the new suspension setup are, let's say they're various. On one side, there's improved on-road ride quality, as each wheel can react to bumps in the road without affecting the wheel on the opposite side, like it's the case with common off-roaders that usually feature solid axles. Moreover, if you listen to the officials, it turns out that they're looking for inspiration in vintage French cars, such as the Citroën DS, which still stands as one of the most comfortable cars ever made. Like no other SUV around, the new Defender OCTA showcases what the air suspension is capable of when we speak about on-road comfort. At the same time, there's not a single compromise regarding off-road capabilities, because each wheel can now drop further compared to the standard model. Thanks to the new suspension setup, which eliminates the steel anti-roll bar and allows every bit of 5.3 inches of travel. In practice, this means that the new Defender OCTA has bigger chances to keep wheels on the ground instead of hanging in the air over deeply uneven terrain, ensuring better grip and stability and increasing the overall off-road potential significantly. Besides significant suspension upgrades, the new Defender OCTA features some pretty nice styling enhancements, as we already mentioned. Besides new wheels, fenders, and other details, we forgot to mention a new grille design with a larger opening designed to provide more fresh air for the engine, because there's something really special under the hood this time. Yes, the Octa also gets a new powertrain and, as you may presume, it's a V8. But instead of the company's old supercharged 5-liter unit, the new model relies on turbocharged power coming directly from Bavaria. Of course, that would be a 4.4-liter twin-turbo, specially tuned for this occasion with a max output of 626 horsepower at 553 pound-feet of torque, although the max torque can go up to 590 pound-feet in case you engage launch control. Speaking of the launch control, it's now available in off-road mode too, turning the Defender into an impeccable desert runner. Anyway, the new engine is powerful, as you can see, so it doesn't surprise that the Octa can hit 60 in just 3.8 seconds. Moreover, you can notice another detail that's both visually enhancing and functional: a set of dual snorkels that allows this SUV to go almost 40 inches deep into the water. Finally, let's not forget to mention a couple of new drive modes. The first one is called Dynamic, which firms the suspension up and turns the Defender into a real sports car. The other one, the Off-Road mode, is all about desert running, as it sets the SUV as a rear-biased car with compliant dampers, off-road calibrated anti-lock braking, loosened traction and stability control, and the aforementioned off-road launch control. Of course, this special version wouldn't be complete without certain interior upgrades. Indeed, the Defender Octa comes with a couple of pretty nice, unique details, starting from new seats, which can be wrapped in semi-aniline leather or in a range of other materials if you prefer, including some super rugged and durable solutions such as Quadrat Textile or Ultra Fabrics. Besides unique materials and new shapes, these seats also stand out with embedded speakers and a special vibration function which vibrates along with the music. Several more exclusive details are there, but if we talk about the overall layout, things remain kind of familiar. Overall, this is still a typical Defender with a familiar dashboard design that perfectly blends rugged aesthetics with modern tech features. The same goes for the rest of the cabin, though it's worth mentioning that the 2025 Land Rover Defender Octa will only be in a 110 version with 5 seats and 119 inches of wheelbase. The 2025 Land Rover Octa is around the corner, almost ready to enter production. We won't say serial production because it'll come in quite limited numbers. As the most prestigious and therefore most expensive variant of the SUV, it'll be produced in just 300 examples for the next year, though the officials didn't exclude the possibility of increasing volume in the future depending on the model's success. In any case, it will soon come and, as you may predict, it won't be cheap. The officials already disclosed the MSRP of $153,475, as well as an even more special and more expensive variant called the Edition 1. This package, reserved for the quickest buyers, will come with additional visual tweaks such as special 20-inch wheels, green interior upholstery, carbon trim, and many more. That model will start with a sticker price of $169,275. As for the rest of the Defender's lineup for the next year, we won't be seeing any radical changes. Other than the new Octa model, things are about to remain largely the same. So, we could say that the new version rounds up the offer, which now includes a spectacular range of options, with 3 body styles, 90, 110, and 130 variants, various trim levels, and impressive powertrain lineups that now include pretty much everything you can imagine, from base Turbo 4, smooth inline 6, good old supercharged V8, and finally, the all-new twin-turbo V8 version, the most capable Defender we've seen so far. With that in mind, don't be surprised by an extremely broad price range that starts at $58,000 for the base Turbo 4 to the aforementioned Octa that goes very deep into the 6-figure territory. What do you think of the new 2025 Land Rover Defender Octa? Do you think this is the new ultimate off-roader, and would you pick it over the G-Class? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.